Hello everyone. Today in this video tutorial I will be introducing to a new humidity and temperature sensor, that's HCPA-5V-U3. Now to gain more knowledge about this sensor, what we're gonna do is to roll upon the website that is controleverything.com, and here let's search this sensor and let's see what we got it. It says that it's a humidity and temperature sensor plus minus 2% RH plus minus 0.3 degrees Celsius I2C Mini Module. It's a very high accuracy, as you can see. Precision is very good, and there are a lot more features as you can see on my screen. You can also purchase the sensor from here. Further, I will be interfacing the humidity and temperature sensor at HCPA-5V-U3 with a Raspberry Pi and a Java code, and I will be requiring to have a look over the Java code. And for that, let's go to resource tab, and here comes the Java code sample. Now you can download the Java code sample as a zip file from here, this very link, and also you have the code from github.com, and the repository there is control everything community. You can download the code from there also. Now what do we need is to have a look over the hardware connections we require to set up, and let's see what we got. The first thing in the hardware setup we require is a Raspberry Pi, and these are the GPIO pins of the Raspberry Pi. Now what do we need is an I2C Shield. It's really important in making connections with other I2C devices and make the connection a lot easy, so we need this. Now gently place the I2C Shield over the GPIO pins of the Raspberry Pi and make a connection like this. Next important thing we need is our humidity and temperature sensor, that is HCPA-5V-U3. Now this here is a connecting cable. Now make the connection among the sensor and the cable, and make sure that the brown wire of the cable should be connected to the ground terminal of the sensor. The next thing we require is a micro USB cable, just like this, and gently insert it over the power jack so that we can have a power supply, a power medium to power up our Raspberry Pi. The last thing we need is to make an internet connection, and there are two mediums. The first thing is an Ethernet or a LAN cable, commonly known, as you can see, and gently insert it over the Ethernet jack. Then we are done. If you don't have the first thing, then there is a second way out, that is the wireless nano USB adapter. As you can see, it might save your day also. Now you can also use for the internet connection. Now as we are done with all the relevant connections, now what do we require is to have a look over the code so that we can interface. In the interfacing part, we want to locate the code for the Java, and so for that we have to log in to the website, that is github.com, and here we have to search for the repository that is Control Everything Community, which you are able to see on my screen. And let's see what we got here. It's HCPA-5V-U3 is the sensor, and this is the Java code. Let's have a look over the instructions we follow. First, it says that we have to download and install Pi4J library on the Raspberry Pi, and pi4j.com install is the relevant link from where we want to install the library, and all the relevant information, everything is there. Please do it carefully. Now this is the command to compile the Java code, and this is to run the Java code. Note it down. Now get back to the Java code. As you can see, it's a .java extension. Now please closely watch as I explain. As you can see, we have imported some of the libraries from Pi4J, and we have created a public class named HCPA. Now in this part we have bus.getDevice. As you can see, it's the address of the sensor, that is 0x28, and then we have to send the start command, which is the writing command. It's 0x80. It's a general write, as you can see. Then we have to read 4 bytes of data, humidity and temperature data, and it's again general read command. After that we have to convert the data using the relevant information provided in the data sheet and the formulas which are there. Also at the very end of our code we have the output data on the screen, which is a relative humidity in percentage, RH, and temperature in Celsius and Fahrenheit. It's perfectly formatted for 2 places of floating point value. So this is how it's a very generalized and simple code. Now what we require is to have a look over the working. Let's see it. Now in the working environment part, first of all the job is to copy this entire code, as you can see, for the Java, and then open up the terminal of the Raspberry Pi, and here create a new file at cpa.java for the extension file, and then here we have to paste the entire code, as you can see, then save it, and this is the command for the compilation, as you can see on my screen, and the code is being compiled. It's done. Now this is the command to run the Java code, and we have the relative humidity and the temperature in Celsius and Fahrenheit. Now when I blow some air over the sensor and run the command, you can see there is a change in relative humidity and the temperature in Celsius and Fahrenheit, and doing that you can see the changes are continuous. So this is how the code works along with the sensor. Now let's have a look over the benefits, features and the required applications for this particular humidity and temperature sensor at HCPA-5V-U3. HCPA-5V-U3 offers the most advanced and cost-effective humidity and temperature sensing solution for virtually any type of applications. Capacitive polymer sensor chip developed and fabricated in-house and CMOS integrated circuit with EEPROM are integrated into one embedded system in a reflow solder-able SMD package. These features make it very useful for a lot of applications such as energy saving, HVAC control, automobile and transportation, process control and instrumentations, and mass quantity application. This sensor can be purchased from this very site, that is controleverything.com, and you can have the code from the resource tab, and after that you can download the code as required. You can also have the code from github.com, and the repository there is Control Everything Community. In the end, I would just like to make it clear for any part, if there is any further query, you can reach us on controleverything.com and post your comments on the community page. For blogs and articles, you can have a look upon instructables.com. And to subscribe more video tutorials, you can have a look over our YouTube channel. I hope you enjoyed this video and have a good one yourself. Thanks a lot for watching.